In Job Simulator, you take the role of an employee in 4 different work locations. There's an office job, a kitchen where you're the chef, a garage where you will be fixing cars, and a convenience store where you will be packing groceries.
Hold on a minute! Does this game cost money?
Yeah, it does, but it's pretty cheap for the amount of variety here.
So you have to pay to go to work? What is this world coming to?
No, it's not like real work. It's actually really fun, and there's so much stuff that you can freely interact with. In each area, you're given tasks to complete. Sometimes you must completely follow the bot's exact order, and sometimes you're given a bit of freedom. The really great thing about these tasks is that none of them are ever fully the same as the last, and new objects to mess around with often pop up. It's this kind of randomness, along with the incredible interaction, that makes this game a highly engaging experience throughout. In the office you will be doing things such as printing stuff out, firing other employees, and making presentations. The variety here really is great. There is also a PC that can actually be used in quite a realistic way, thanks to it having a mouse and a couple of buttons. It has a few video games you can play too. One of the more simple ones is a Flappy Bird clone, and another is a text adventure based on the tasks that you have completed in the actual office. It's a great reminder of how far games have come these days, and it also requires some decent memory skills to complete. These games are completely optional to play too. You can certainly get sidetracked from time to time. In the kitchen you will be taking orders and cooking food. It has a very decent amount of appliances to use, such as a fridge, blender, oven, microwave and kettle. There really is so many things here, so to fit it all in, some are hidden from view to begin with, until you press or turn a button. It's amazing to see new appliances magically pop right out in front of your eyes, and the depth on everything around you really is great. Each area really does feel like your own little workspace, and it takes no time at all to be whizzing around and grabbing the relevant items you need. Most orders begin by you grabbing a slip of paper, but some customers even come up to the counter, like a bot making a TV program and a mum and her son. They even go and sit down at the tables to enjoy their food. It does help to make each location feel that extra bit more real, and similar things like this does happen in each of the locations, like when a car actually drives into your garage when you're working as a mechanic. In the garage, you will be repairing cars. There's so many parts you can replace, such as engines, tyres, license plates, and all parts of the car actually open up too. You can check inside the engine, boot, and can even open up the car doors. Even if you're not working on a certain part of the car, it's still worth taking a look inside it, as sometimes there is a comical item waiting to be found. There is a lot of humour in this game, and it's all pretty funny. For example, a mechanic tells you to damage the car instead of fixing it because the customer has a voucher, and another time you block the exhaust pipe with a banana. You can certainly make up your own silly moments too. For example, I met a customer who was up to no good and needed a new license plate. I kept his license plate and stored it in my fridge, and when the next customer came along, I chucked the plate into his back seat. In my mind, he was the one who was going to now get in trouble. The game is filled with these comical roleplay-like moments, and you're never punished for messing around. It really does have some excellent freedom. At the convenience store, many different customers enter who want you to bag stuff up for them. Just like the rest of the game, these spots all have comical designs, and you never know who you're going to bump into next. You have to actually scan items, bag them, ring them up on the till, and take the bot's money. It's actually quite realistic. Once again, this area has so many things to interact with, and part of the fun of this game really is searching every nook and cranny to see what can be played with, and you're often surprised by the actual depth of the interaction. Lottery tickets can be scratched off, and there's an enlarger machine which makes objects in the store double the size. It's interactions like these which just shows how much extra work has gone into the game. Things just simply work here. Like when you water a plant, it will actually grow, and sticky notes will actually stick to things. You truly do get lost in this world.
It's good to know that you can put up with these jobs by playing with pieces of paper. Everyone knows that sticky notes have always been the #1 children's toy.
There's no need to be sarcastic. Not everyone owned the latest wooden train set when they was young.
Too right you are. Mine was electronic.
You can't do this with a train though.
Terrible spelling. You misspelled noob.
Who said I was spelling noob? It took me around 2.5 hours to beat the game, but when you finish the game, a few new modes open up for you. The first is a chapter select for each job, so if there's a certain part you want to play again, but in a different way, you are able to jump in quickly to do that. An infinite overtime mode also unlocks, that can be activated for each job. Here you will receive requests from bots over and over again. This allows you to continue messing around in each of the locations, while still having something to actually accomplish. And a free play mode is also unlocked, where you can do whatever you want. There really isn't that many other VR games quite like Job Simulator, thanks to the sheer amount of things you can interact with. If you're new to VR, this game is absolutely one of the best ones to experience straight off the bat. It rewards curiosity and silly experimentation in each of the locations, and seeing things interact with each other in a realistic way really elevates your sense of presence in the world. It truly is one of the best games to show to family and friends who haven't tried VR before, and because you're not walking around for long distances, it makes it very approachable for new VR users who are often known to get motion sick. Overall, Job Simulator is one of the few workplaces that you will actually want to go to.
They really will make a game about anything these days. Next you will be telling me that they're making a simulator revolving around vacations.
Well, about that.
Mr. Oculus.